61 degrees at 7-Eleven. Friday, October 27, the last Friday of October. Easy, 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 easy. Slow down. I'm not supposed to allow him to run. All right, Steve, come on. Come on, Steve. Let's get going. It's Friday. All the days are the same to me. We just go out the door, look at the weather, and more. 7-Eleven, by the way, is sunrise today, so we're coming up right as the sun comes over the horizon. We've got some mid-level altocumulus clouds. Earlier in the morning, I got up and I did see the moon go down about, 5 o'clock or so, kind of through those clouds. And these are the kind of clouds that usually evaporate. You look at the very early morning satellite, we can only use the infrared satellite imagery. You can see these clouds come all the way up from the Gulf of Mexico, so we've got a little bit of mid-level moisture. But with the very warm air mass, I think a lot of these clouds are going to evaporate. Oh, simply brilliant this morning, isn't it? If I lived on the other side of this hill, it'd be more magical. So it is warm to record warm today. Of course, we've been talking about this forever. The record high in Boston, I believe, is 85 from 1963. We actually are going to come within a few degrees of that. Hit 80 yesterday. Yesterday was extraordinary for how little wind there was and how warm it was. There is some virga right there. Virga being precipitation that comes out of the cloud and evaporates before hitting the ground. And if you look at the radar, there's a lot of virga all the way back to Pennsylvania this morning. Oh, there goes a bird. Yeah, so we took T-Rex to the doctor. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Yesterday, not good news. The weather is interesting for sure. That snowstorm was all it could be there in Montana, Wyoming, some spots near Jackson Hole. Picked up 24 inches of snow last 3 days. That low is moving to our north today. We have a 1026 high pressure system over the mid-Atlantic states. That's in control. And when your high is to your south, the wind is air moving from high to low. So low to the north, high to the south. It's called warm air advection today. You can see the breeze is already stronger this morning than it was all day yesterday from the southwest right now. And it's going to be more breezy over the next 2 days. A front that's going to bring an end to this warmth is going to come into northwestern New England tomorrow. We'll go right to these surface maps. And that front is going to trigger a few showers and a more cloudy day tomorrow, but not a bad day. In northern New England, it'll be turning dramatically colder. Here in southern New England, another day where we may touch 80 if we get enough sunshine. And then all of a sudden on Sunday, there's a 1026 high to our north with fairly weak 1014 millibar low coming out of Pennsylvania and New York. But there's going to be a lot of low-level cold, and Sunday is going to turn very much colder, especially when it starts to rain. So tomorrow showers north, and then on Sunday we all get the rain south and rain changing to snow in parts of Maine, or maybe just snow in parts of Maine and northernmost Vermont and New Hampshire. So that'll come all the way down to the valleys in northern Maine. So the first accumulating snow of the season is in the forecast for this weekend. Sunday into Monday, cold and wet. And then there's where the guidance really diverges. If you look at the T-Rex, enough. Stop. Rex, sit. Stay. We need you to calm down. All these little holes. He's looking, he can smell whatever made these little holes. Skunks, rabbits, turkeys, rabbits. Oh no, what's wrong with this woolly bear? Who's killing the woolly bear? The woolly bear says it's going to be a cold start and end to winter and warm in the middle. And what about our start to winter? It's starting here within about 3 days. Pick that back up on Sunday, Monday. That storm takes off, and then we have a real sharp sort of the true Arctic air is going to be coming through the Midwest at that time, and it's going to be aimed right at New England with a developing low pressure system. According to the Euro, here it is. We have a rapidly intensifying low moving just south of the benchmark. Yesterday it had it further north when we showed this graphic, and now it's further south, and that would be rain and snow for the higher elevations of southern New England if this is correct. I'll give this about a 49% probability of being right. I think the GFS seems more logical. I hate to say that, the wish casting would have that rain and snow right into New England on Wednesday. It's November 1st. Either way, what they both agree on is going to be very cold around here. Wintry chill coming in here Tuesday, Wednesday, a hard freeze. Probably the end of the garden for me at that point here, middle of next week. And then after that, that high goes off to our south. When the high goes off to your south, it warms up fairly quickly, although it's going to be a colder antecedent air mass. It does not look record warm late next week, but it does look warm enough that anything coming across the country would be more wet than white. But Canada is loaded with cold, and let's look at next Friday on the west coast. See that storm coming into California? That is sort of the El Nino signature. And with that El Nino type moisture crossing the nation and such cold in Canada, guarantees fun and games going into the second week of November. So probably on the warmer side here in New England. It's going to take some time for that cold to expand across North America, but we're all getting a glancing blow in the next 5 to 10 days. Looking off to the west, looks like we might get a rainbow here this morning. We got the rainbow yesterday morning. Some sprinkles came through, and then the afternoon was unbelievable. So another rainbow morning, and hopefully this cloud will clear out in the afternoon. Yesterday in northern New England, it was quite gray, and today I think it's going to be brighter for northern New England, even though the front did dip down into central Maine. And why don't I just show you the 850 temperatures. The purple, that's the Arctic air. You can see it kind of trying to come at us on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it lifts out on the East Coast, but it's wall to wall in Canada. So a very wintry looking Canada with an El Nino pattern guarantees more excitement. All right, T-Rex, too much excitement. Doctor yesterday says it's a cruciate ligament, CCL, cranial cruciate ligament. Stop, Rex, stop. And that would be right in here. So there's a problem with the ligament right in there, and I really got to slow him down. And we're gonna have to go to a orthopedic dog doctor to get a better diagnosis. Anyhow, when I was at the vet yesterday, I had plenty of time to walk around, and believe it or not, I made the first snowball of the season. I just walking through the parking lot, he's tramping along through the woods, and I saw that pile of snow, and I was kind of overjoyed. And then I went inside, and I met Jamie Kelly, drafted by the Bruins in 1985. And really nice to meet you, Jamie. And I hope to be back. And also, we did a chase yesterday, sunset chase once again, and it, as always, turned out beautiful. All right, hope you have a pleasant Friday and a decent weekend watching the weather changes. It is always changing, and it's always dramatic. Just a little more before hour and more. The sun is now gotten below the clouds above the horizon, and I love it when I can see the reflection off the buildings in Quincy and then over in Boston. Just so pretty. So this is still today, and way out there, I can't tell whether it's coming or going, but I can see a reflection of the sunlight off of a huge cruise ship. Looks like it's incoming into Boston past Hull right now. All right, now to yesterday's and more. Feels like summer again, but looks like fall. Blue sky, pretty trees, and oh, look at that, a random hockey net. Sign of the season to come. And just going out for a walk, look what I discover. A pile of snow. How does that happen? All right, who left this pile of snow here? What do you mean it's a pile of snow? No, seriously. That's a snowball. My first snowball of the season. Must have something to do with that blue building over there, huh? I didn't realize how close I lived to a skating arena. Pilgrim skating arena. There's probably more of these around than I even know about. Think this door's open? It is. Oh, it's cool. Cold even. Snowball, now beautiful looking ice. Never been here before. That was just rink A. There's another one here. It's not just one rink. It's A, B, and C. Man, I had no idea. Oh, hope they find the dog. Anyhow, so fun going to a skating rink. Haven't been on a skating rink in a while. Situate Braves. Situate Braves. 1968, 1973. Adult Hockey League. Sign me up. Go outside into this record warmth there. Like 80 out here. Really fun day. Surf is up. Thanks to boats going by. I don't know where the boat is, but in between the clouds here, I just cannot believe how beautiful. Close to 80 degrees and no wind. Did they say no wind today? Almost unheard of to be this warm with no wind, late October. What's that? My iNaturalist application will tell me. iNaturalist says it's a typical paper wasp. Where is he? That's a yellow jacket. That's a different thing. Where'd my wasp go? There he is, right there. Typical paper wasp. Likes the nectar of the holly. And that spider yesterday was a typical orb weaver. He's rubbing his eyes and his face, just like T-Rex does in the morning. I'm sure it's getting the pollen into some kind of pollen pocket or something like that, right? Oh wow, phone's doing a good job now. Ground yellow jacket, genus Vespula. It's a genus, a small genus of social wasps. So a yellow jacket is a wasp. So we've got the paper wasp. I didn't get the genus on that one. And also, it looks like houseflies out here too. How much fun can you have with one holly bush on an 80-degree October afternoon? A lot. Gonna mind the shadows though. These will soon be in a vase in the house, decorating our house for Christmas. It's so fun. Chuck Nolan always talks about sunset during Live at 5. Well, not always, but now that it's setting during Live at 5. And he compels me to chase once again today. Steve, you mind if I disappear for a couple of minutes and chase sunset? I'm gonna try and get it before it goes over the horizon this time. Gonna make it before the sun hits the horizon today. Don't let the neighbors see me cutting through their yard though, okay? Of course the neighbors get royalties on the sunset videos cutting through their yard. Let's see, I'll give you 10%. More than that. That'll be 7 cents a day. Savor the sounds of the crickets right here. They're really loud. Oh yeah, gonna make it in time today. Made it in time today before the sun hit the horizon. But this iPhone 15 Pro still hasn't figured out how to get rid of that little aberration on the right there, the green dot. Oh well, still beautiful, isn't it? It's 3.2 zoom, 6.1. How much zoom can we take? 9 times zoom. Kinda wish I brought my tripod to do a time lapse. Very low tide. Been a great day of foliage, first snowball of the season, ice rink, meeting Jamie Kelly, identifying wasps, yellow jackets, and having a sunset for you. Hope you enjoyed. I really enjoy making these videos. Until tomorrow. I thought I was done. I always think I'm done, and then something else happens. Just back from that sunset 2 seconds ago, and look what's going on here. The Hunter's Moon. It's called the Waxing Hunter's Moon. Is full this weekend. Very close to Halloween. Perfect timing, and then another full moon close to Thanksgiving and close to Christmas this year. Gotta love that. All right, that's it for real. Talk to you tomorrow.